Hey Masked Singer fans, what's going on? Joey Contino here, and this week is the quarterfinals! And so I figured, let's go ahead and recap everything we know before we get started. Make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. And yes, let's talk about the elephant in the room. If you watched my video yesterday, the Fox social media team mistakenly put up the wrong trailer. Instead of the quarterfinals, they put up the semifinal trailer. And so we kind of do already know who's going to win tomorrow's episode. I'm not going to spoil it in this video. If you want to check out that original trailer, which was supposed to go off for next week, go back to yesterday's video and check it out for yourselves. It's moving in the right direction of where we thought things would be in the season right now. Before we talk about tomorrow's episode, I do want to say one big thing. In Hollywood, just at midnight last night, writers went on strike. And I just want to say that I support all of the writers right now who are on strike to get equal pay for what they believe in. For those who don't know, actually it was maybe about a decade ago, they went on strike because of streaming services. Every single time a TV show or movie airs on TV, usually there's a royalty that gets paid to the writer. Well, 10 years ago, they were trying to negotiate putting in for streaming services. At that point, I think the only really big one out there was Netflix was kind of new, but Hulu was the daddy of it all. I mean, that's how I watched Family Guy and all those shows from, 2009 all the way through 2018? With that being said, right now they are negotiating for a fair pay for essentially anytime something airs or gets resold to a streaming service, they can make some kind of money. And I 100% agree with them. They deserve this. They work really hard. But that does mean if this strike goes on for a while, we could see a change in a lot of our favorite TV shows, maybe not this week or next week, but starting in a few weeks. Because think about where writers are needed. Late night talk shows, daytime talk shows, any scripted TV shows. And my guess is most of this stuff up till summer has been recorded or written already. With that said, it could be midsummer and maybe even in the fall that we might have TV shows either completely stopped for a while and then we see game shows coming on. So it's this weird little thing that could happen, but at the end of the day, you have to understand the writers deserve the money. They deserve to get all of these new perks because really, a lot of them are only getting paid for the first time they write, and then after that, really nothing. So I stand with the writers, and I know it was a little bit of a long thing here, but I just wanted to get that out there. Anyway, let's go ahead and break down this week's episode of The Masked Singer, aka the quarterfinals. Now remember something, last week's episode was the Ding Dong Leave It On group with Medusa continuing on, leaving us with 4 people. That's Medusa, of course. You have UFO, Macaw, and right now everyone's favorite, California Rolls. Now, here is the real trailer for this week, the British invasion, because it's a joke and pun off of the Fab Four, which was the Beatles. So Fab Four, you get it, British. So here is the trailer.
British invasion night.
Fox Wednesday. Never before have the quarterfinals had this much talent.
If she sang that in the finale, she would win.
With a celebrity unmasking.
Darren Criss, Gigi Hadid,
Macaulay Culkin.
That leaves the panel gobsmacked.
No way.
So great.
So as you can see, there's going to be a massive competition, and only one person is going to be revealed. You let me know who you think it is in the comment section below. When it comes to clues, some of these characters we've got 2 episodes for, some of them we only have 1. So I figured let's go ahead and really just give you some of the basic clues on each character. Starting off with the UFO. The UFO says, ladies and gentlemen, the Masked Singer interrupts his broadcast with news from the East Coast of an unidentified flying object spotted hovering over a runway in New England and moving west. This was an announcer saying all of this, so, imagine some kind of, ladies and gentlemen, those kind of things. They said the music frequencies are interfering radio waves and masking local broadcasts across the globe. Local reports New York see a touchdown on a runway for 30 seconds struck a pose with the locals, and the witness on the ground described the object as, quote, down to earth to begin with. So someone who's really awesome. Then it skyrocketed into the stratosphere overnight along several other sister ships. Latest news shows its course is charted for the Masked Singer stage. Look out, universe, there is no model here. Prepare for a possible invasion right now. Who is this? Then we had visual clues, a diamond tiara, a flag with 3 vertical stripes that said I Heart IT, a gravestone that said RIP Queen Victoria, and then GG, time to sing. The extra clue was from astronaut Mike, who had a helmet, and when he opened it said planet wide. Then she said, I don't like to brag, but I'm not just known in America, but the entire galaxy. With that said, I do have the pitch correct audio. We'll save it for the end of the video. Next is the California rolls. Now remember, there are multiple people in here, and for the clue package, they actually used all the voices. So even though there's a line, it's talking about one person, then it could be another person. It goes around and around. They said, what's up, my dudes? I'm the California roll. You might be wondering, what is a California roll doing on New York City night? Well, that's what that night holiday / theme night was. Well, why not? I've already been on Broadway, and that wasn't the only role I played. Oh no, this entree has many sides. Let me tell you 5 reasons why I'm the perfect dish. 5 meaning there's 5 people there. Just like the city of New York, this Cali roll never sleeps. I got used to it from DJing all night. Gotta pay the rent, but eventually California was calling, so I set out west on a gleeful ray and silver screens. So on the gleeful rays and silver screens, so someone that did TV and or movies. Once I got there, I was rubbing shoulders with the greats, Dolly to Snoop. I even got married. It's been such a busy ride, I barely have time for myself. But without each of these ingredients, I wouldn't be the successful #1 role I am today. Sock it to me, dudes. Visual clues, we saw a red X on the map. We saw a group project book, we saw a tiger, and then they talked about Dolly and Snoop Dogg. It's a really, really, really good clue package. We'll just leave it at that. Next was Medusa. I don't know why I say it like that. I think it's just fun to say it like that. She said, I was devastated that I lost to the California roll. They were so good that I knew I was certain to be going home. So when the bell rang, I couldn't believe it. It feels really empowering to be given another chance, especially by judges that I respect and admire. I've always kind of felt like an underdog. This whole experience brings me back to the early days of my career, where I had to constantly prove myself to people that I was worth their time and energy. That's why every time I sing, I really feel like I go to a different place, free of ego insecurities, and it's just all about the music and the feeling of the motion. I didn't know how attached I was to this mask until I almost lost it. The visual clues we had was a record and a sun mask, meaning it could be a Leanne Rhyme connection over there. And then the extra clue was alias. Alias meaning that she is known in the world by a different name. So at home she's one thing, and somewhere else she's a completely different name. That's a big clue right there. And then the last person we have to talk about is Macaw, which I think is probably now one of my favorites. He says, I'm so excited to become the Macaw because he's everything I'm not. Flashy, confident, and he sings country songs. Even though I've been performing since a young age, it definitely didn't start out as a passion. My dad would bribe me with quesadillas to perform at a local Mexican restaurant, and eventually I spread my wings on bigger stages. But the pressure to always be the good son has brought me so much anxiety. But somewhere on the journey of melted cheese and panic attacks, I learned to take breaks and rest. What started as a way to make my parents happy turned into what actually filled me with glee. This is the year I decided to be brave, not only on stage, but also in my life. So this feels like the perfect opportunity to put my newfound courage on display. Visual clues, quesadilla, salsa, arrows for some reason, and then the extra clue was a silver medal. Whew! Those were a lot of clues to break down. Now it's time for the pitch correct audio. I'm going to go ahead and play the original audio that they gave us, and then our audio. Take a listen to it, and then in the comment section, let me know who you think they are.
I don't like to brag, but I'm not just known in America, but the whole galaxy.
I don't like to brag, but I'm not just known in America, but the whole galaxy.
Wasabi, my dudes. I'm the California roll. Now, you might be wondering what a Cali roll is doing here on New York night. Well,
Wasabi, my dudes. I'm the California roll. Now, you might be wondering what a Cali roll is doing here on New York night. Well, why not? I've already been on Broadway.
And that wasn't the only role I played. Oh no, this entree has many sides.
I'm so excited to become the Macaw because he's everything I'm not.
I'm so excited to become the Macaw because he's everything I'm not. Flashy, competent, and he sings country songs. Even though I've been performing since a young age.
It's incredible to be the first champion of Masked Singer Season 9.
It's incredible to be the first champion of Masked Singer Season 9. And hearing what Nicole said made me actually tear up.
As a reminder, I already revealed all 4 people, so I put those links in the description of this video. You can check those out and let me know if you agree, and if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey, as always, I'll see you later. Bye.